This podcast is brought to you by Kiwi Design. Kiwi is the leader in Oculus Quest and VR accessories. And now, you can deck out your device while supporting the podcast.
The Oculus Quest 2 is a great headset, but do you ever find things could be a bit more comfortable, maybe a little safer? Well, we have the solution for you. With lens protectors, controller grips, face covers, head straps, link cables, headset stands, and so much more.
And let's be real, we've all whacked our controller. You don't want to be that guy messaging Oculus support for your own mistake or waiting weeks for an out-of-stock controller. Visit the link in our show notes now to prepare yourself today.
And you don't need to sacrifice comfort for cost either. Kiwi is constantly running promotions of 20, 25, and even 30% off.
Just visit the link in our show notes and use the promo code on their website to take full advantage of your savings. And be sure to follow the link in our show notes so we get credit and you help support the podcast. And remember, Kiwi has you covered for all your VR needs. This podcast is brought to you today by Zencastr, the company we choose to use for our interviews.
I remember that first interview we had and the stress that we went through trying to find a platform that we were going to host this on.
That's where Zencastr came in. With HD video recording and studio sound quality, we were able to connect seamlessly with guests all over the world.
I love the fact that it's as easy as sending our guests a link, they click on it, and they're connected.
With automatic post-production, secured cloud backup, and automated transcripts, Zencastr is the perfect solution for any remote podcast. If you want to make remote podcasting easy,
make sure you go to zencastr.com/pricing and enter the promo code Ruff Talk VR, and you'll save 30% off your first 3 months.
That's zencastr.com/pricing, promo code Ruff Talk VR. It's your time to share your story. Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Ruff Talk VR. We're coming at you with another rhythm game this week, but this one a little less of a workout, a little bit more of a fun one. We're talking about Ragnarock. It's made by developers WanadevStudio, and this is actually an App Lab graduate. So this one's, I feel a little obligated to talk about it. We love App Lab so much, and it's cool to see, games go from the App Lab store to the official Oculus Quest store.
Yeah, and they did it really quick.
Yeah, I think only a couple months. Don't quote me on that. I don't know the exact timeline, but I think it only took 3-4 months for them to get to the official store.
No, and it's definitely official store worthy. I mean, I know some people are probably rolling their eyes like another rhythm game.
I know.
Especially we just came off the trail of doing another rhythm game.
We did Synth Riders last week.
Correct. So I get the.
I'm sorry, we did Les Mills, which is kind of rhythm milly, and then rhythm gamey, and then we did Synth Riders the week before.
Yeah.
So we're kind of on a little bit of a rhythm game.
This will be the last one for a while, I promise. But this one's honestly really, I would say this is the game you want to get if you just don't like the music and other rhythm games. Like because most of them are very techno, where this is more of a heavy metal based. Viking heavy metal.
Yeah, everything's kind of either like Nordic, Viking, or Celtic.
Yeah, and it's all hard rock.
Mm-hmm.
There's no soft music. Well, there's one song that's kind of softy, but it's still by standards of any other rhythm game you've played. It's definitely hard.
Yeah, so exactly like that. If you don't like the rhythm or the music in the other rhythm games, you're probably
this is the game
like this.
For you. Yeah, this is what I think would lure the people who are like, man, I really like it, but I just hate techno and. I get it, but the stars.
Oh yeah, we should go into the ratings and everything.
Let's do the rating
that
before we get
too carried away.
I can already see it happening.
Yeah, I was actually about to go into the gameplay, so thank you for stopping me. So it's currently rocking a 4.8 on the official Oculus Quest store.
Almost perfect ratings,
right?
Dude.
And it's evident when when we get a little bit into the gameplay, it'll be evident why. But it's got 601 ratings with 299 written reviews. And again, 4.8, that's very positive, especially for a genre that it's not like they're the only rhythm game on the store, clearly. So, people who like rhythm games, they're liking this game a lot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no shortage of them, but a 4.8, that had me really intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that 50% of the people who, if you look at the ratings of 601 and pretty much 300 reviews, so it's like right on the 50% mark. We're nice enough. And I don't get the feeling that even if people don't like the game, they still love it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird. I've read a couple of off-page reviews that were, I don't know, they didn't enjoy it, but they love the game. so they can't stop playing it type of thing. But it is the concept of the game is you're a Viking captain, and you're competing in a longship race. So you're the guy who drums. Think of it that way.
You have two hammers you have one hammer in each hand, and then you have 4 drums in front of you.
Yep. And then 2, I'll say, like gongs to the side, one on the right, one on the left. And before I even get into it, they do a great job before you actually play the game of letting you get your play space set up with the drums.
Mm-hmm.
You can adjust the height of them. So, technically you can play this sitting down. You don't have to play it. There's no dodging in this. There's no walls that are coming at you that you got to duck under, any of that type of shit. So.
No, which is why I would say this is a great one for if you're somebody who's like, I love Synth Riders. I gave it a great review.
Yeah.
In Beat Sabers too. Beat Sabers are a good game, but you're going to sweat a little bit with it. This game, you don't have to put in a bunch of effort with your arms all the time. You might work up a little bit of sweat if you play for a long period of time, but it's nowhere near as fitness and workout inducive as some of the other rhythm games that we've played.
No, the only time I really start dropping sweat with this one is in the harder modes.
Mm-hmm. When it's going real fast?
Yeah, when you're getting a really fast tempo with the additional notes and all that stuff. And there's only 4, I don't want to say notes, they're actually runes.
Mm-hmm. That's what they call them.
Yep, the runes. So that each one will have a different shape, and it comes in line with the drum that's in front of you, and you hit it, and they'll do 2 at a time, 1 at a time, little rudiments of 3 do. But damn, each rhythm game that we've ever played seems to bring its own little special element for a basis of just okay, notes are coming at you, hit notes.
Yep.
On center point, get good score.
There's always some sort of perfect element. So for this, if you hit the note perfect, it's like gold for a second, and it kind of fills up your hammer a bit.
Yeah, you get your hammer to get these little blue bars on the side of your hammer. You can bang your gong, and your Vikings will row a little faster, or you can not hit the side thing and
let it charge up to level 2 full charge, and then you hit it and you go a little bit farther.
Super faster.
If you miss any note at any point, your gauntlet charge resets. So it gives you a little extra reward for hitting perfect notes consistently and not missing. You can get a speed bonus. So what I love about the race element of this is the fact that you have a physical representation of your leaderboard and your score placement. Like if you're playing multiplayer, you see the other boats around you.
Oh yeah.
So you know who's winning without even looking at the
see
score.
Them pass you.
Yeah, or you'll pass them. So it's a really good, visual representation of how you're doing in it. I don't know. I love it.
And it also doesn't, like other rhythm games that if you're playing multiplayer, truthfully, if you look at the other person, you might miss a note. In this one, if a ship passes you, you're going to catch it out of your peripheral, so it's not at all
distracting.
You're not going to miss a note at all but you will notice that someone, you'll see him skimming by the side of you or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And when you were talking about being able to adjust your drums, it's kind of obvious if you adjust your drums too, but you can adjust the side gauntlet thing as well to a good spot too. So you want to place it in a good spot that you can easily hit it like you would regularly hit your drum without distracting you too far away from the notes, because you don't want to go to hit your gauntlet and then miss notes. Then there's no point,
Yeah, you back down to 0 and your row team did not roll. And it makes a really cool ass sound when you hit the gong, your row team all cheers at once. Like, whoa, rah,
yep,
or some shit. It's it says it in their game description, easy to learn, hard to master. And
yeah, you love that.
Yeah, they hit it right on the head. I'm like, wow, one sentence pretty much summarized the whole game. I'm like, let's bring it on. But so it really is. It's an easy ass game. You got 2 hammers and 4 drums. I mean, you can't get any simpler than that. Hit the notes. You don't even have to hit them perfect. You can still. One of the unique features about this too is if you miss a note, unlike other rhythm games where if you miss a series of notes, the game
fail.
Yeah, it just comes to a screeching end.
There's no fail.
No. we played on the hardest mode.
And unfortunately, there was no fill. Like, that was so exhausting.
I took a break.
Yeah.
My boat. You even asked me, like, are you still hitting the drums? I'm like, I'm taking a little break. I'm just cruising. Gonna cruise through the river we're on, or they give you a multitude of different environments you can play in, but admittingly I leave it on default, and it's so blatantly obvious. It's right on the screen if you want to change it, but I just leave it to default. So whatever the song is, however they had it coded to go to, that's what I want to experience
for the environment. Yeah. So and the environments are cool though. They're all like mythological. Some of them are like regular rivers.
Well,
some of them
Viking,
are like
this is Viking shit to the core. I mean, from the soundtrack to the way, you know, your avatar looks, to the row team, to the Viking boat. It's like,
to the music.
Oh, the music's
this is
shit.
For, you know, the only rhythm game that can come close, in my opinion, soundtrack wise, is Unplugged. But still, I'll still give this the award to Ragnarock, because Unplugged has more, like, you know, classic songs that I know.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the freaking songs on this game. Like, I never heard of them.
No, but I'm learning to level out.
Yeah, they're fun, and some of them are in foreign languages. So it's
they had me at heavy metal rhythm. It's like, all right, you know, now I'm getting out of the gate a genre that, you know, if I'm lucky, maybe I could buy a music pack from another game that would have music that I really would enjoy. But for not knowing any of the bands, and they give you a healthy amount of songs.
A lot. And there's custom song support, but with the amount of songs they give you, it's like you're occupied for a while.
And each song has like 3 or 4 different challenge levels. So
3. So
it's 3.
It's cool. Like, for every song at every level, there's a speed indicator on, versus it just saying easy, medium, or hard.
Yeah.
It'll be like 2, 3, you know,
4.
Pretty much 2, anywhere from 2 to, I think the highest is 11, 10 or 11, something like that, which is ridiculous. So every song has 3 different levels, like you said. So a song might be level 1 is 2, you know, medium is 4, and then 7 might be the hardest, if that. And then, you know, down the list, you know, the easiest level for a song might be 4, and then, you know, 7, then 10, whatever, you know. So it's and it's pretty accurate. Like, 2's pretty easy.
4's not bad.
No.
4 is definitely tolerable. And when you get to like 6 and 7, it's like, that's when I'm gonna start sweating.
And hats off to me. So a couple things to say. So I'm on record with like the Beat Saber episode saying like, oh, you know, it's like my biggest complaint is the music. Like, it wasn't my genre of music. So I absolutely love the variety of music. Like, it keeps me so much more engaged. And usually I'm not a rhythm game guy. You know, people who listen to this podcast have heard me before say, like, you know, not really my genre. This is the first one that I've really gotten captivated to. And beyond that, this is the first one that not all the time.
I already know where you're going.
Oh, yeah. This is the first time I've been able to beat you in a rhythm game.
Yeah, you actually...
I get some wins.
A couple of nights ago, beat me like freaking 3 or 4 in a row. Now, granted... A couple of the times I had my stupid controller issue,
but some of them were clean.
Some of them were clean, and I gave you credit because you even asked. You're like, "Did I beat you legit, or did you know you not hit notes for half a minute?" And I'm like, "No, dude, that was clean."
And even it'll be like, I'll win 1 or 2, and then you'll win like a couple, 2 or 3. It's the, you know, we're
goes to show you
forth.
The music definitely makes a difference, because this is the first rhythm game I think you've actually beaten me in.
Yeah, like. I think I got 1 win against you in Synth Riders one time.
Yep.
Of all the songs that we played.
Yep.
I never beat you in Beat Saber, and I don't think I have a single score in Unplugged that's higher than any of yours. So I mean, like, in fair, like, this is the first game that I've been able to.
Yeah, no, man.
On any given night, you might beat me, I might beat you. It's like it's back and forth.
And this one, our scores are like
tight.
Difference. I mean, hundreds. You're talking points of hundreds.
But I can't say enough, I love the distance as your score. It's so cool.
But yeah, because it unlocks different parts of the scenery. You know, like, there's one in particular where there's like a giant devil towards the end of the song, and he's standing. I think the first time I played the song, I could see him in the distance. Then the second time I played the song, I got like pretty much right up between his legs, and he was standing. I mean, the guy's like a couple 100 feet tall.
And, well, most rhythm games, like Beat Saber, you can kind of see the person in distance, but it's going to distract you to see him, like you said before, or you won't be able to see them at all. But it's like, I don't know, it's so cool watching the other people pass you or passing them.
I like passing people.
Yeah, I agree. That's a little bit more fun than getting passed, but I have fun either way.
And there's some absolute monsters online who play this.
Yeah.
This is no joke. I thought I'd at least be able to post decent on the leaderboard.
What you're saying is you thought you'd stand a chance.
And I think the best I've come is like under 200.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like really like, with that type of attitude, if I make a mistake, I'm stopping and I'm redoing. I'm stopping and redoing. That's when the easy to learn, hard to master. It's like, anybody can play this. What I like also is you get
no fail. You
get no overhead notes. You get no side notes.
Yep. You don't have to hit one hammer to one note either. It's not like color coordinated.
No, because I do weird little.
Yep. I'll mix it up. Yeah, I'll go
runs.
like 100%.
You find your flow.
Like when it comes diagonal with like one note here, then like not exactly next to each other, but like kind of diagonal. Sometimes I'll go crisscross. Yeah.
That's why it's one of the ones that's cool because you can play it sitting down. You don't need an internet connection.
Nope.
So if you don't want to play with anybody, you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
Just go in there, and because honestly, at the end of the day, you're doing the same thing whether you're playing multiplayer or not. You're just getting that boat you're beating the drums, and your dudes are going to start rowing. And when you use your bonuses, it speeds up the notes. So if you got your blue hammer kind of bar up and you hit it, and you're going to notice your notes are going to go faster. And if you got the supercharged one and hit it, your notes are going to go faster for a little longer, it seems like.
Mm-hmm. And when you're doing the single player, you can choose to play against a ghost as well. And then like it'll also have you like do it so it'll have your high score.
Your own ghost of your
previous high score. So you pass your.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's I don't know. So
I
even
used
if you're
to
not
love it
doing
in the old driving games from back in the day,
with your old high score being a ghost.
Yeah,
it's a genius. It's such a simple mechanic that I don't know.
It makes you it makes you competitive, but you're competing
with yourself
against the best competition there is.
And it's like you don't have that doubt in your how am I doing in comparison to previous?
You know what
run?
I hate though? When I feel like I'm doing really good, and obviously I'm not because
but you don't have to wait till the end to know that.
No,
you know it right away.
But I'm like, what the hell am I doing wrong? How
you were hitting more perfect.
So good on that one. When this one I'm feeling like I'm doing good, but I'm visually can see that I am
because it's all about the perfects. It's all about the perfects and fuck the single combos. Like having your hammer only charged up once.
You need doubles.
It's all about the doubles to me.
Because if you can get 6 doubles,
you unlock a new hammer.
In a song, you unlock a new hammer. And of course, at your little home lobby, they give you a lot of different things to play with. And I would encourage people. There could be some riddles based in there.
Yeah, there's one hammer that's a riddle.
So definitely pay attention in your lobby and read the little words. And
you can pour some beers. There's a chandelier to like mess with that's a drum.
Yeah, they give you a little wheel on the wall that has all the hammers, and it'll tell you what you have to do to get them. So they really encourage you to, and that's the mastering part, because there's some on there I'm never going to have, and I already know I'm never going to finish a level and hit all the notes in a level 10. And I'm pretty sure there's a hammer. The only way you're getting it is to complete a level 10.
But what's cool is that's the only one that I think is unachievable. There's other ones that's like
unless you just like could sit through it.
It's like finish top 10 in the world in a song to unlock the hammer, which is like no way.
Top 10. Dude.
Or
top 10.
Or, but then it has an or.
Of course.
And it says or get 65% perfect notes on any song. Like that's achievable. I got about 30 to 40.
Oh, see, I might have that one already.
You might.
Yeah, because
I don't have it yet.
3 or 4 hammers.
Yeah, I don't have it yet, but it's achievable. So it's like, all right, to get top 10 in the world, probably not.
Probably not going to happen tomorrow.
But I can probably, if I work hard on it, I could get 6, especially, you find a song that you're good at.
There's at least 2 hammers that you probably just rule off the, hope for some DLC or some shit. And I just buy the hammer. I want to make my shit complete. But and honestly, I played for a while before I even really paid attention that there was that hammer wheel, and I had extra hammers because I had already done some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So hats off to them because I wasn't even looking
To change your hammer.
Yeah, I was like, and I think the hammer they give you to start with is like two drums, like barrels, barrels on a stick, and I think that's your start one, and then you can move up. I've got some big square fire looking one, and then I've got some plant looking one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, they give you more than enough stuff to, if you feel so inclined. But the way the game is designed, you're not actually even caring about upgrades.
No.
And it's not like you're getting a performance upgrade, like, oh, I hit the hammer
No,
once.
it's
and
just
it'll hit 2
aesthetic.
notes. Yeah.
Just aesthetic. And what's cool is in solo, too, we didn't mention this. There's obviously the bronze, silver, and gold for each song on each level.
Of course.
And the bronze, silver, and gold is like, you get it when you pass there's like a not
buoy.
a finish line, but a buoy of
like a big bell buoy or some shit.
And then let's say you don't get gold. It'll be like, all right, you were, 100 meters away from gold. So at least you get some feedback of like, fuck, I was so close.
Yeah.
Or I was so far away.
On paper, I like this game a lot more than I did by just reading about what it was before playing it.
Yeah, I wasn't too...
Where they had me was the music. So
Yeah.
on paper, when I read the whole, like, what the game is, before I tried it, I was like, shit, they had me sold with the heavy metal.
Yeah, I just didn't think I was going to like the drumming too much.
And I loved the phrase, easy to learn, hard to master. Because I'm like, okay, that's the first time I've ever seen that used from we'll say written by the developer or whoever wrote it for Oculus page. But it's spot on. What can you say? I mean... It's weird again because it's like it's a rhythm game, and my brain is saying, even I'm talking like it's still a rhythm game. It is, but it's just like Beat Saber brought its own unique thing to the table with lightsabers. Every rhythm game brings its own little element, and this one they did with the hard rock or I'll say the heavy metal Viking music and Celtic music, and the boat race being it's your longboat is their lightsaber pretty much.
Yeah, that's their unique element, and I think it's a home run with it because I like that so much.
I absolutely. This is like
I can't say it enough. I love that again. It's not color based and like color coordinated, and that like it doesn't matter which hammer you hit each note with, just hit the note.
I'm convinced they're using real drumming patterns at certain points.
Oh, the mapping on the songs is so good. They did a great job. They did a great job with the mapping. Thank you for bringing that up.
But I'm convinced, like, it's just not randomized. It's like
it makes sense.
Like if you converted this over to a drum kit, you'd probably actually make real good sound. Not great sound, but I believe these are real. Certain elements of it are certain real drum technique, little rolls and stuff that they make you do.
And you know me when I get into this shit, so like I'm getting fully immersed. Boom! Like sometimes they'll have like some space with like so 2 notes will come, then there'll be a space with 2 more because that's just how the songs go. And I'm going like big hit, boom. I don't know.
Yeah, they don't even encourage you for hitting it hard like that.
Which I will say,
swinging.
Let's be honest.
Yeah,
it's not like the best graphics in the world.
No,
they're pretty blocky, which is kind of surprising because it says made with Unreal.
Yeah.
So you kind of go, oh shit, this is gonna be high
Usually
quality.
when I see Unreal at the logo, I don't know why, because I guess from even talking to developers, it's not really a huge difference between them.
No, it's just my biased consumer brain.
Yeah, I think it's from going from PC gaming and platform gaming that my expectation when I see the Unreal is like it's gonna be. Oh man, this is gonna be next level shit.
But it's pretty blocky. It's like they have like polygon graphics. It's like there's no circles. No, it's like to make a circle, everything's like rough around the edges. Like
if I were to gig them on anything, it would probably be the graphics.
But here's the thing: you want to hear the only time I ever cared about it was the first time I loaded up the game. And I looked at my hands in the environment. I was like, that's not what I expected. And then I played a song. Played a couple songs, no longer gave any fucks about it because it was a lot of fun.
No, I mean
it was just like an initial impression. I was like, whoa, that's not what I was expecting.
this will be weird. Ready? For something I'm not going to look at, I wish it looked better, which would be the scenery that while playing the game, I'm not paying attention to.
No, you don't care about it at all.
So,
in the game, in the moment.
yeah. Maybe when it's over and then I look around,
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, you know, but it's like my brain selfishly wants, you know, I guess
Realism.
Yeah. More realism. But does it jive? Does the graphics jive with what they've given you overall? Yeah, it all
I guess
works.
it fits the environment in the end.
It's just, you know, I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't buy this game because of the graphics, for sure.
And for me, it was just an initial, like, shock. But then I got over it very quickly.
And they give you some weird... they give you some shit that you can do that, like... I don't know. You just assume that they were having a fun time putting the game together. But before you start a race with your buddy or anybody, doesn't matter. If you turn around and look at the back of your boat, it's a whole board full of button push.
Like emotes.
Yeah, you can hit with your hammer, and then they come out the back of your boat floating in the air. And
like a
everyone
laugh,
can see them.
A cry.
Yep.
A whole bunch of them. There's a lot.
They get just... It cracked me up because I...
Yeah.
Again, I played it for a while before I even turned around
to
look at the back of my boat before the game started. They're not there during the game. But
because if you could hit those emotes during the game, you're a badass.
I didn't turn
There's
around.
There's no way I could.
I didn't turn around I just kept hitting my hammer behind me to see if it would do anything.
Well,
I'm like anybody would even see it.
I know we're kind of both suckers for those stupid little multiplayer features, like example Top Golf whacking the guy with the golf club and it's saying "pow." Like, I love that stuff. Loco Dojo, when we could throw the eggs at each other in the lobby. Love that stuff. So, like, to turn around and see the emotes, it's so stupid.
It is.
But I love it.
Before a race.
The only thing that I wish, you know, on that topic, the only thing better would be as if we could throw our hammers at each other before the round. And it would be like, pow.
Just to fuck with each other.
Yeah, and you'd see, like, boom, pow, you know.
Or Viking.
Yeah.
Drumstick or something.
Whoa.
But no, surprisingly, this is a sleeper, man.
Yeah,
this is a sleeper.
Again,
this is one, and it's active community, active developer. Everyone is having a good time. The times I've played big multiplayer with people and have gotten just absolutely annihilated. I came in second to last once. That's the best I've done
in random multiplayer.
Yeah.
When you're playing with me,
and I thought I was pretty good. I mean, obviously not posting top 10, but I'm like, all right, I'm not doing too bad. But that experience, you know, like, shit, there really is some levels to this game that...
Well, this is the one that I've seen myself. You can see your improvement the quickest of any of the other rhythm games I played.
I had so much fun. I posted a video of this one.
Yeah, and you posted your favorite song on the Valhallelujah. And even
Valhallelujah.
People even commenting like, you know, I don't know about the game, but that's the best song I've ever heard.
Epic freaking song.
Yeah.
Valhallelujah. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed to learn that the song I'm
about
loving
IKEA.
So much is all about IKEA, but
it's still a fun song.
I encourage you, if you get this game, I think it's a level 4 speed wise, but it's doable. It's the funnest freaking song, and lyrically it is freaking awesome.
Yeah, and it's just got a good pace. It's mapped fun.
I won't even try to sing it.
No,
in my head I sing it all the time now.
It's a lot of fun though.
It's my go-to. It's my we'll end the night on that one.
And again, I'll say it all the time. I'm not the rhythm game guy. Like, I'm not a big fan. This one got me. This one's fun.
Yeah, I attribute that to the soundtrack. And what's cool is they give you the ability to vote for songs too in between matches with other people, so you can.
But it seems like the host gets preferential treatment because I've never gotten through with my pick. I'll pick one.
Well,
you'll pick one.
You picked Valhallelujah the other night, and I picked it too, so it went there.
Yeah. Then it works for me.
Yeah, if we had like 5 people in there, it would probably play out differently than just the 2 of us.
Yeah,
because when I played with a whole bunch of people, I didn't even bother voting for a song. Like, figured, what's the point? I'm just here for the ride.
Let's see what they do.
I don't care what you pick,
what
as long
difficulty.
as it's not a 6 or above.
Yeah. I'm good until about 5. The 5s were... What I was doing was I was doing solo, and I was just going down the list from top to bottom and trying to get gold in every song on the easy difficulty. And that improved my skill a lot.
I want somebody to send me a video of them performing a level 10.
Yeah, I was dying laughing looking at you saying no fucking way. There's no way.
It started off kind of like
doable
for a minute.
No,
not
20
even
seconds.
Yeah,
the first 10 notes.
I actually might be able to do a level 10 song.
Like I might miss some, but it's
I got this. This is not going to be bad. I'm already thinking of the stat breakdown they give you at the end. I'm like, oh man, I'm going to be at least like a 50%.
Maybe I'll miss 30 notes or something, but
and then it got real. Then it turned into a level 10 song. It was just a wall of notes coming at you, and I'm like, and I was kind of hating on it when it was going down because I'm like, I worked my arms till they were fatigued, and then I just stood there in my boat, and I looked behind me and saw that you were sitting there in your boat, obviously not moving either, and I'm like, man, if I could ask the developer, like, what the hell were you thinking doing a level 10, similar to the same thing I said about Unplugged with the guitar. Like, I challenge anybody to prove to me you can do this on the hardest level.
Oh yeah, but people do.
But then we find out from the developer that he used actual guitarists in the making of the game, and they were actually like, oh, it's actually not hard at all. It's pretty easy. So I'm wondering if they did the same thing with drummers in this game for the mapping of the note or the runes coming at you, because who really could pull that off other than somebody who's familiar with drumming, who would be like, oh, that's nothing. I can hit, a note every quarter second coming at you from,
Yeah, I'll tell
dead
you right
center
now.
to right left.
I follow the Unplugged Discord.
Yeah.
And there's some savages.
Yeah, I know.
Who do like this? There's this guy Wombo. Is he a Wombo or Wambo? He like won some like they ran some Discord challenge there, and it's like I can't believe.
So
so do you know that there's somebody with Ragnarok?
Well, see,
a level 10
I want to
is
see
so
it.
easy to them.
I said it with Unplugged.
They're probably getting
now
like
we can
90%
see it,
perfect.
I want to see Ragnarok, someone pull off a level 10
Mm-hmm.
with a percentage score that, I mean, shit, I'll sit through it and hit 5%.
Yeah, I want to see their stat breakdown after too. Like,
Dude,
like
there's
after
just no
watching
way.
the video.
And then I want to know the $1 million question: are you a drummer?
Yeah.
And how long have you been drumming?
Yeah.
Because I'm convinced that a drummer probably would do it and be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, that's not hard at all, man. Those notes are just, I don't know any drumming lingo, but you're I don't know why you can't do it.
Okay, I'll say this game's not a fitness game for most people playing on the
it
normal
is
difficulties. Once you're
4
playing on
and
the
above.
once you're playing on the high difficulties, your arms can get fatigued.
You do Hallelujah 3
But
times in a row, you're sweating.
It's not in the same way as, I'll say, Beat Saber's more of a workout. Synth Riders is a million
because you're
times
not.
of a
You can
workout.
play this sitting down.
Yeah. Your arms are gonna get fatigued, and maybe you'll sweat a little, but it's not like designed.
My thighs and calves hurt.
Well, because I know you're probably gripping the ground with your toes.
Nope. This is
You're
so
bending.
stupid. I notice no matter how I adjust the drums.
Oh, you squat down a little?
I still squat down.
I do.
A little.
I air squat 100%. I air squat while playing this.
So
it's probably like a 30-degree squat.
I've had my drums adjusted a lot lower in the past than I've needed them. So when I'm squatting, I'm even going lower.
Okay, I can see that because I do that too. It's funny.
Now I keep them relatively high, but I still squat down at least 4 to 6 inches. There's always like a little.
Yeah, it's funny. The human brain's funny. That's the thing. It's like it's not the
When you want
greatest
that-
graphics, but you
want
get
that
immersed.
I just want that good center of gravity.
Yeah.
For moving left and right.
Yep.
And when I say left and right, the notes, the runes again only come from the front. But I physically move my body, like my hips, left and right.
Oh, me too.
Especially with
Put your whole body into it.
Hallelujah. Going left, right, left, right, left, right. With the double notes. I'm telling you, this game is just
It's fun.
fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And as a guy who doesn't like rhythm
How
games,
much is
it was
it?
fun. Oh my God, we didn't even talk about that.
No.
We're sloppy. The game is $24.99 on the official Oculus Quest Store.
So
Okay. Check. We said the game name. We said the developer. We said the cost. And we said the ratings. Is there anything we missed on the gameplay?
no.
We talked about the perfects. You can get it charged to double.
Yeah, no, I get you.
It's a pretty simple gameplay.
$24.99 as far as games go is on the steeper side of things go.
For rhythm games, yeah, but they load you up with songs and they don't wave DLC in your face. It's all, there's no DLC, and it's all like, there's a lot of songs.
Not yet.
And then there's the custom song support. Yeah, people got to feed themselves. $24.99 is fair to me.
I'm loving the Celtic heavy metal and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the other thing is,
and this is not one that we got.
Up and you're gonna be like, oh shit, there's Metallica.
And just to be honest with the listeners too, like we didn't get this for free. I paid for this, so it's not like I'm saying, I got it for free, but it's worth $24.99 for sure. Ha ha ha! I'm laughing home while I didn't. No, I paid for this, and after playing it, it's well worth the money. There's a lot of songs. You know,
the initial sticker price. That's kind of where I was going with it. Is like it might be like, ooh,
that seems a little high, but it's worth it. People got to eat.
Day, it's worth it.
It's a polished game. It works. There's a lot of content. It's got a thriving community.
Cross-platform too.
Cross-platform, yeah. Cross-platform multiplayer up to 6 people. Yeah, I don't know. If there was like half the songs, I would be talking some shit. But there's, think every song has 3 different levels
and they keep adding songs too. Is I think how it's playing out.
Yeah, there's a volume 1 and a volume 2, and the volume 2 doesn't have many songs at all. There's like 5-6 songs the most. But in my brain, they're that's where the newer songs are gonna go. Like they're gonna just add more.
Well, yeah, my attitude's if they got you a volume 1 and a volume 2, then
there's gonna be volume 3. Yeah. Well, and like when volume 1's loaded with like 30 songs and volume 2 has like 5, it's like, well, I imagine volume 2 is gonna get some more.
Yeah.
Even if not, like it's I don't know. There's a lot of songs.
The exposure to I don't hate on any rhythm game. I mean, every review of them we've done, I think
I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I'm pretty sure that there's way more bass songs in this than Beat Saber.
No.
No?
No.
For bass songs?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Originally, yeah. Maybe pretty close, but at this level of where they're at with what you get when you buy Beat Saber,
okay.
No. They give you, there's so much in there now.
Okay.
It's stupid. Okay. And even now, there's even more because now you can get the Britney pack and shit.
Well, I was going to get to that. You got to pay for that, though.
Yeah.
Talking about bass.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bass songs? No. I think Beat Saber has it beat.
Okay.
Because they do give
but
you
Beat Saber, I think Beat Saber's 30 as well. I'd just say it's fair price, $24.99.
No, it's at the end of the day, it's fair price.
Yeah.
Sight unseen, it might be a different story, but
just like that
there
initial
wasn't an
graphics.
option in not having this. We had to have it. So
just like that initial, you see the graphics that first time, it's a little sticker shock. You're like, whoa, what's going on with my hands?
Yeah.
Why do I look like Block Man?
I only gigged them for a couple of things, and admittingly, graphics were, and it wasn't even a huge gig because it's not a huge. We're not talking like, this looks like a second grader made the graphics here. The graphics are good.
Yeah,
I'm not.
There's something that's interesting with it. Things don't have to look photorealistic to be good graphics. Things can be
tight,
and it has to match the scene. It has to match the environment created. Like Elder Scrolls Oblivion is some of the ugliest graphics of the characters and everything, but in a way, it's got really good graphics. Even though because it works, it just I don't know. So in the same way with this, it's all blocky and everything, but then in the end, the graphics. When we get to the final score to reflect, I probably gigged them almost the same amount as you. Let's see, but yeah, it's like you gig them a little bit, but it works in the end. It works for what they're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, the overall end game is
not too sloppy.
No, not at all. And I hate that you say blocky because it doesn't look like big blocks.
No, it's not like Minecraft.
No, the graphics are smooth. They're just
the character hands and everything. And
yeah, I guess blocky might to an extent.
Edgy,
when I hear the word blocky, I go, oh shit, that's terrible.
No, but it's
not, like this game is far from terrible.
And the gameplay is a lot of fun. So do you want to get to our final thoughts and our review?
Yeah.
Everything like that. All right. Well, before that, let me harass the listeners with my panhandling and my hands out. If you've been enjoying this episode, be sure to subscribe, rate us 5 stars on whatever you're listening, Apple, Spotify, whatever. Those 5 stars definitely help. And, be sure to join our thriving online communities at reddit.com/r/Ruff Talk VR, or if slashes are hard on your international keyboard, you can go rufftalkvr.reddit.com. It's also, the links in our show notes. There you can join community of Ruff Talk VR podcast fans. As well, you'll find a link for our Discord server, which is growing and getting ever more active, which is fun to see. And then there you can also find in our show notes links for our Buy Me a Coffee page where you can, support the podcast directly, help us make this a full-time gig. I know with our professional sounding mics and how eloquent we are. You might think that we're full-time already, but unfortunately that's not the case. So if you'd like to go help, make that dream true, you can go donate either one time or become a monthly recurring subscriber at our Buy Me a Coffee link in our show notes. And then you can also find our sponsor links there for Kiwi and Zencaster. So now that I'm done panhandling and I
Jeez.
oh God, I hate to do it, but sometimes I like to see that subscriber count grow. And also we're running a giveaway right now. So we loved Les Mills. Go visit, our Reddit. You can find the link there, a whole bunch of different ways to get entries to win a key for Les Mills.
And if you're listening to this a couple weeks from now, then
sorry
you missed out on that. But if you follow us, you will see other giveaways coming all the time. So
if you ask me, that's all the incentive. So.
Yeah, free shit.
Yeah,
for listening.
Yeah, mine as well, right?
I'll take it.
So
someone's paying you to listen.
All right. So for our ratings, we break it down into 4 categories, rated on a scale of 1 to 25. We go gameplay, aesthetics, functionality, and replayability. And then we take the total of each category and it becomes the final score. So you could be on a low of a 4, unless you gave somebody a 0, but that would be real rude. So we'll say 0 to 100 is the final score. So starting with gameplay, I'm going to give them a clean 25. For rhythm games, this is probably the most fun I had. Again, it's not going for a workout. Me personally, I'm in decent shape. We talked about this before, so I don't need to rant about that a lot. But it didn't get me sweating. It wasn't burning my arms like Synth Riders. I would even say it's less of a workout than Beat Saber, but I had a blast with it. And because of that, I was able to actually, do longer play sessions in it. There were times that I wanted to go from playing this to another game. And unlike other rhythm games where, I'm pretty down to hop around pretty quickly to another game, I actually ended up just sticking with Ragnarock and just playing song after song after song. I loved the soundtrack too. So unlike other rhythm games too, where I'll play the same song over and over again, I like, I'll find one song of the whole soundtrack I like. Whoo, finally, maybe 2 or 3. This, I liked the whole soundtrack. So I loved, earning the gold medal in every song. I don't know. I liked it a lot. Gameplay was fun and songs were fun. So I got to give them a clean 25 on gameplay. Aesthetics, I'm going to give them a 20. One could argue a 15. I think that's being harsh, but I wouldn't, protest against it. To me, there's an initial sticker shock on the graphics. But then you play it a little bit and you're like, all right, it works for what they're going for. I still get immersed in it. I have a lot of fun. At no point into playing 2 or 3 songs am I sitting there like, oh, I'd be having more fun if the graphics, they're good enough for me. So I'm not going to gig them too low, but obviously they can't be a 25. But it works in the end with the whole environment, so I'll give them 20 on aesthetics. Functionality, I'm going to give them a 25 because I haven't had issues where if I mess up, it's because of me. My lack of rhythm and reaction time and flow. I haven't had too many examples where, I can be a little bitter in the moment and be like, oh, I swear I hit it, but I know what's going on. I just missed the drum by a little bit, and the song's going fast, so I have bad reaction time. So no time where there are actual glitches. I had no multiplayer issues where we couldn't get into a lobby with each other. My game never crashed. The notes hit where they're supposed to. So functionality, I'll give them a 25. And then replayability, I'll give them a 20 as well. There could be more songs. The custom song support adds a lot. There's enough songs to justify the price tag on it, absolutely. Especially with how fun the gameplay is. But, I don't know if there's enough content in there for a 25 in replayability. So I'm going to give them 25 in gameplay, 20 aesthetics, 25 functionality, 20 replayability. I did my math one time wrong, so let's see. But that should be a 90.
It is.
So I'm giving them a clean 90 here. And great rhythm game. I had a lot of fun in it. I wouldn't go into this one. Stratus will tell you it can be a good workout, and it absolutely can, especially on the higher difficulties. To me, this is a rhythm game, not a fitness game. And I love that. I love the drumming element. I love the no color coordination, anything like that. I don't know. Great game. 90 out of 100. I think definitely worth the price.
Damn good. That's an A. Hey, easy to learn, hard to master. 4 runes come over your drums. As long as your hammer makes contact with the runes at any point as they're over your drums, you'll get credit. Hit it perfect, you get a perfect. And of course multipliers and all that shit, but like literally anybody can play this. Hopefully they actually like Celtic metal. So really the soundtrack, top notch. But gameplay, absolutely love it. I'm verbatim almost with you, and it's cool because we've said it before. I'll say it again. We don't discuss our hey, what are you giving them for gameplay, or what are you giving them for aesthetics? It's like we try to keep it as fresh from each other as possible until the time comes where we're actually talking about the game, other than us playing the game together and enjoying it. So it's cool when we go into things with different perspectives but come out with the same end result, because we do have somewhat opposing things on a lot of different ways we look at games and how we play them and what we're trying to get out of them. So to have similar scores on something just, to me, reinforces that, wow, okay, this is no bullshit. It really has to be a good game, whether it be this one or any other. But no, I love the friggin' game. Had me sold at, heavy metal Viking music. Like, this is not going to be, Techno City. So I'm down. I want to try something different. Clean 25. Aesthetics, I gave him a 20 when you were talking and you were like, hey, I could see if somebody was like a 15. I almost changed my score in right on the moment to a 15, but I'm leaving it at the 20. It's probably a slightly generous 20. So if somebody were to say, hey,
it's only because it works in the end with the environment.
Yeah.
But I could see if somebody was like, hey, you're being a little too generous with it. But for me, I still got a merc. Sorry, I'll shut up.
I'd love to see, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's really going on and what it takes to make it at the level it did. So maybe they're maxing out what can be done. So, I mean, I'm overall a 20. I'm not going to say a 15, but I'd get if somebody was like, man, those weren't the best graphics. Like, no, we said it clearly, but the 20s are generous. Functionality, no issues, believe it or not. Swinging arms. The only issue I've had is something that's controller related, has nothing to do with the game. Simple boundary setting. It's, I do play it standing. I don't play it sitting. It'd probably be awesome to play in like a drum chair, which I do have. I just had the idea of why am I not playing this like on an actual drum stool. Weird, I own drums and I don't play them. So functionality's an easy 25, which is cool, because it would suck if anything about this game didn't work, because then the whole thing wouldn't freaking come together like it does. And, if you have latency issues, you can fix that in this game as well. Replayability, I'm a 20. Will I stop playing it? No. Am I going to play it every day? No. Will I continue to play it? Definitely. It's fun. It's, I think the most fun I have with it is when you and I are playing. And we can just, okay, let's, bang out some songs and have some fun. But it's oddly one of those games that I'll sit there sometimes, when you're thinking like, what do I want to play? What do I want to play? And I'll be like, fuck, do a couple of songs of Ragnarock. Throw some Valhalla in there. Hallelujah. So hats off to them. I mean, I'm giving them a 92, so it's pretty much 2 A's. I would, if you like rhythm games, or, you got a family member who you really want them to play VR, but they're like, look, I can't stand, and I've heard people say it to me, it's like, I can't stand the music of this such said rhythm game. It's just not my style. Then this is it. If they've got more of a heavier tone and they want that, hard rock sound, then Ragnarok's got it for them. All day long, every day.
Yeah, so 90 and 90, that's damn good scores. And look at how spoiled we are on the Oculus Quest Store, right? Somebody puts a game for $24.99. If that was a console game price,
that'd be sick. Oh, if it was a console game, you'd be buying it all day. Look what's on sale.
Like, we're so spoiled on the Quest.
I know. But I mean, the reality is okay. So at the high point of a game, we'll say $39.
Yeah, $40 is what you see on the high point.
On the high point, and on the low point, $9.99.
Yeah.
So 20,
It's right
24
in the,
is
it's a little above the middle.
Oh yeah. So I mean, and some people shop by price. They really do. I mean, it's just. But
I'll say for $25, you get $25 worth of gameplay of time out of it. You know.
Yeah. If you like
rhythm games.
Yeah, always put a disclaimer.
Let me say that because I'm not big on rhythm games. You sold me on this. You were like, dude, we got to review Ragnarock. It's a lot of fun. I was like, all right. All right.
No, it is also possible that because we've played so many rhythm games, you're just starting to like them.
It's possible, but I'll say comparatively.
No, and I've seen your performance difference. Like if
it's because I care about it.
If we play Beat Saber,
I can't I can't do good with songs I don't care about.
You do better with Synth Riders than you do with Beat Saber.
And it's because I like the music slightly more.
Yep, and you do better with this game than you do with Synth Riders. So this is like...
And I do better with Unplugged than Synth Riders and...
Beat Saber.
Yeah, it's all about how I like the music. So it's like, if I don't like the music, and that's a central part of a rhythm game...
Takes away from the game.
It's very hard for me to get into it.
Yeah, this was enjoyable. I'm excited to see where this goes.
I remember being a kid and DDR came out, Dance Dance Revolution. Yeah. Everybody wanted to play DDR. I would play it, and I'd be like, man, I got so many better PS2 games.
I used to play it for free at the
mall.
Yeah, it was an arcade across. I could just play it for free whenever I wanted.
Good times. But rhythm games, man. So maybe they're growing on me a bit, but I don't think so. For somebody who doesn't usually like,
I'm gonna say it's getting a little saturated.
Yeah, I would say if you're putting out rhythm games, it's probably going to be hard to get on the official Quest Store. And I'm going to use this opportunity to say again, let's get more RPGs. Let's get more board games. Board games. Let's get more strategy games, real-time strategy games.
Tower defense games.
Yep. Any type of strategy game, like especially real-time strategies.
No, I think the waters have been...
Let's get war games.
People have already put their toes in the water. I think it's time for people to jump in now.
Imagine Civilization in VR,
dude.
It's so simple. Well, I won't say simple. That's let's
so
be
many,
real. But
so many games that I see on my console gaming system, I look at and I'm like, these aren't like overly complicated games here. Why are we not porting these? I just think the money,
top-down Total War. Oh my god!
Until the money train starts falling in the direction of VR more, I just don't think there's enough money in it for a lot of people to be like, it's not worth it for us. We just made, how do you tell a developer who made, freaking $300 million they need to bring?
Yeah. The board games I think is a no-brainer, but I understand if maybe Civilization doesn't want to, but those type of somebody should be making a strategy game, these real-time strategy games, board games.
And what happened to all those when everybody was playing all the crazy Facebook games and shit? Can't like any of those be ported like the old?
I won't encourage that market.
No. Oh, that's all paid content shit?
I won't go down that rabbit hole. I want to see board games, real-time strategy games in general.
Well, it's
some more RPG games.
I don't think it would hurt the market to just offer the variety.
Yeah, but
Candy Crush
that's not what I'm sitting here saying I want more of and I'm waiting for. What I'm waiting for is board games, RPGs, strategy games. But nonetheless, to go back to what we were originally saying, it's probably going to be tough to become a rhythm game. I mean, this was a recent graduate. We're only in February of 2022. It got on the official store in October of 2021. It's not even been on the official store 6 months.
I think it's the last batch.
I was going to say that. Yeah. Of the rhythm game. It's hard. It's like there's a lot of them.
There is. And even if you are bringing your own element, even that eventually...
It runs dry.
Yeah, there's another great one out there.
We'll talk
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one. But they're on App Lab, and I hope they get on the official store, but it's tough. And I'm not going to talk any crap, but it's obvious that rhythm games are a successful genre. So I understand why people are going for it.
Yeah.
I love when people take chances. I love it. Go make a board game. Go make a strategy game. Go make a real-time strategy game. Like the Eternal Starlight, like Dave from Eternal Starlight, I give him so much props because by any metric of looking at what's popular, there's not existing one of those. So that's not a safe market because it's never been proven that it works.
Oh, yeah, no, the chances to take are...
Oh my God, I give so much respect for that, and it was done so good. So it's the people who take those chances and do those genres that are big missing holes in the Oculus Quest Store. And let's be real, you're a new fan, right? You just got a headset, right? not everybody likes rhythm games and not everybody likes shooters. So if those aren't your two favorite genres and you buy a headset,
don't get a headset.
I won't say no, not at all, because their store is so good, but you have to dig deep for them. It's like you might have to go to App Lab and stuff. It's like these are clear. There's genres that a lot of people like that are missing on the Quest store.
I just think it's just
so it's like let's get these games on there. Let's steamroll again, like Iron Guard that we reviewed last week. Why is that on there?
I think the market just so new in the big scheme of things that it's tough for people. I mean, every single developer we talked to pretty much took chances.
Yeah, no doubt.
And gambled on a future years ago.
I'm not saying that if you do a rhythm game that you're not taking a chance either. I don't want to come across like that either. It's just let's round out the store a little bit, you know.
I'd like to see if someone's going to drop another rhythm game, I want to see more of a Quest generated rhythm game. So figure that one out. Instead of just, at the end of the day the same old. But again, I'm only saying that because eventually each individual element is going to get tapped out. And the same pretense that might exist is then going to start getting overlapped. And
well, the way it goes is if somebody were to drop a real-time strategy game and it was a hit, now all of a sudden we'd have 10 real-time strategy. And that's unfortunate that it has to be like that.
But it same thing with a board game. Someone drops a
Monopoly comes out and it's a hit. All of a sudden we're going to see all the other. So we just need that one
outlier.
I'm telling you right now,
I can make this happen.
Any existing IP for board games, you put out a board game, I will give you my money on day
Here's
one.
My money.
I'll give you my money before it comes out.
Help with development. Here's the cash. No, I'm with you, but I think as VR grows, then we'll see the variety come. But it is going to take someone willing to take the chance to not take the safer route or whatever. But now,
I mean, I understand why, and like we're still going to review Boombox eventually. Absolutely, it's not like we're saying, oh no, we're cut off by rhythm games, but it's like it's definitely going to be tough for rhythm games going forward in the future to get on the official store.
I would think so.
Yeah, get
just a lot of not enough
board games.
Too much variety.
Not enough board games. I'm trying to say it 100 times this episode. Let's get some board games, strategy games.
I think you've said it 100 times almost every episode.
Yeah, because until it happens.
The reality is
until our Caxer and Iron Guard are on the official Quest store, I will not rest happy at night.
You're funny, man.
Same with Squingle and Color Connect. And there's so many good ones.
Everyone knows App Lab's loaded with
gems, and that doesn't mean every App Lab game should be on
or store-worthy games that are just for whatever reason in App Lab land. But either way, they're great resume boosters for the devs.
And I'll say it all the time, there's plenty of App Lab games that deserve to be on App Lab as well.
Yeah.
But there's plenty that deserve to be on the official store as well.
You're correct.
Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We rambled a little bit at the end, but that's what happens, and I won't give spoilers because I don't like to say things until they're recorded because, somebody could get sick, snowstorms happen, pandemics happen, Ebola breaks out, whatever. But as of now, it's looking like we have a really fun rest of February for interviews. We had a really fun one on Monday, really good one on Monday.
Yep.
Looks like we're having the rest of February is going to be,
knock on wood, everything holds up.
We got a fun couple weeks. So if you enjoy interviews, stay tuned. And if not, we got some other reviews coming that are a lot of fun too.
Either way, you'll have plenty to listen to. We promise.
Either way, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, join the subreddit, Discord, buy me a coffee, all that fun stuff. And stay tuned for next week.
Have a good week.
Podcasting remotely can be a challenge. And when we first began interviewing developers, we ran into every headache imaginable.
From connection issues to video lag to sound quality performance, we knew there had to be a better platform we could use.
That's where Zencastr came in, allowing us to easily connect with guests all over the world. Zencastr is simple to use with no download needed. With studio quality sound, HD video recording, automatic post-production, automatic transcripts, and a cloud backup, Zencastr is the perfect solution for any remote podcast.
If you'd like to have the same easy experience that we did for all your podcasting and content needs, then make sure to go check out zencastr.com/pricing and enter the promo code RuffTalkVR, and you'll save 30% off your first 3 months.
That's zencastr.com/pricing, promo code RuffTalkVR. Zencastr, making your remote podcasting easy. Hey guys, Dscruffles here. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe and rate us 5 stars on whatever podcast platform you listen to. And definitely don't forget to check out our official subreddit and join us there at r/RuffTalkVR. There you can join a community of other podcast fans, join us for some podcast meetup games, get first scoop on new episodes, interact with us a little bit directly, and more. As well, be sure to check out our official podcast supporter link, the Buy Me a Coffee link you can find right in our show notes, where you can donate to the podcast either one time, multiple times, become a monthly supporter. That way you can help us on our journey to make podcasting a full-time gig so we can continue to bring you more great podcasting content. As well, be sure to visit the Kiwi Design link in our show notes as well, where you can go and shop for different Oculus Quest 2 VR accessories, whether it's knuckle straps, lens protectors, face shields, whatever. Kiwi has you covered. So again, visit the Kiwi Design link in our show notes, help support the podcast, and pick yourself up some sweet Oculus Quest 2 gear.